I went to my local grocery store and I picked up a bouquet of flowers and a head of cabbage. I'm going to take a serrated knife and all I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut as if I'm carving a pumpkin, truthfully. And then what we can do is just pry that out. And we're going to go about 2 or 3 inches deep into this cabbage. And just continue doing that like so. And you can also use a big spoon to hollow it out after you remove it with a knife. Now I have a beautiful bouquet that I also picked up at the grocery store, and we're actually going to use the plastic that it comes wrapped in. So we're going to just snip a length of this off, like that, and we're going to use this as a kind of cover to prevent the water from going into the rest of the cabbage. Now we can just cut down some of our stems. What we have here are some chrysanthemums. We have a really pretty hydrangea. We're going to just snip all these flowers apart into smaller stems, and that way we have more manageable sized pieces. We have some carnations, we have some baby's breath, and some filler greens. So we're going to go throughout, snip them down into little increments, and that way we can place them in the foam within our cabbage. Now that we have our cabbage hollowed out, we have a little piece of wet foam that we've submerged into water for a few minutes. It's really important to also not push this foam down. So when I say submerge, I just place this into a bucket of water and let it naturally hydrate at its own pace. Then we have that little piece of plastic from the flowers that we're going to use as just a little protective measure, and we're going to just place our piece of foam right into the cabbage like so. We can take our scissors and just remove any of that excess plastic, and this makes it waterproof. And we can start working in our flowers. We'll start with one of our daisies right there. We have a few little buds that popped off. We'll just use those and fill in around it. We have a little bit of greenery that came with it as well that will stick inside. We have a few carnations, and one of the cool things is you can fluff these out or feather them out. Just run your fingers through them and it opens them up a little bit more. We'll stick some of those guys in. And we have a few more mums that will work in. And this bouquet came with a little bit of Gypsophila, which is also known as baby's breath. We're going to just take those little pieces and stick them in. So since we have such large blooms in comparison to these are going to create a slightly more lightweight effect. So we're just going to take those and stick them throughout. And here you have it, you guys. I think my grandmother's going to be really happy with this Mother's Day gift. I absolutely love it, and what a unique spin on your usual glass vase or container. We used 1 cabbage and 1 small bouquet of flowers from the grocery store, and this is how it turned out. I grabbed some lemons from the grocery store. So we're going to take our lemons and slice them into thicker slices using a serrated knife. And once we cut 2 or 3 of them, we can work them into an arrangement. Now it's time to start designing. So what I have here is 2 rectangular containers. These are glass containers. We have one smaller one filled with water, and make sure it's small enough to fit inside the larger one without too much of a gap. Now we're going to take our lemon slices and start working them in. Now we'll just continue working in the lemons, and they don't have to cover every nook and cranny. We are going to add some beautiful flowers to this. We're just more essentially creating a really nice pot. Now I'm going to take some more water and fill in around the lemons. This will make it nice and clear, and that way you're not seeing any of the lemon juice on the sides. Another reason why we're adding the lemons outside of the container that's already filled with water is because we don't want that much acidity for our flowers, so it kind of preserves them from being damaged. So just continue filling it up. And while I was at the grocery store picking out the lemons, I also found some flowers. So my flowers at my local grocery store came in 3 bundles for $15. So what an easy, economical way to spruce up a barbecue you might be having, or just to add something pretty to your dining room or kitchen table. So we're going to start with some of these filler greens. Now we have some mums that we're going to just poke in. So a quick floral tip is to make sure that no leaves are within the water of the container. The only thing that'll do is cause the flowers to rot quicker and kind of pollute the water as well. And continuing with the yellow and green theme, we have these really beautiful spray roses. So I love the yellow on these, and I think this is a very fresh, refreshing type of design, keeping it really light and colorful. So we're going to work these in now. And here is how it turned out, you guys. I absolutely love it. We used 3 bunches of flowers from my local grocery store, and while I was there, I picked up 3 lemons. I've had these containers for many, many years, so in total, this design cost about $15 or so. Very inexpensive, and I think it's perfect for summer. So feel free to mix up the fruit too. You could use grapefruit, you could be using lemons, oranges, you name it. Anything citrus, limes even, would look really, really pretty, and you can match the flowers to the fruit.
We're starting with 3 smooth foam half spheres. To create our our fruit, we'll paint 1 green for a lime, 1 orange, and 1 yellow for a lemon. It's best to paint the outside first and let it dry before finishing the bottom edges. You may need a couple of coats for full coverage. Once dry, mark the centers of your spheres. Carefully thread a knitting needle through the green sphere, followed by the yellow and finally the orange one on top. Be gentle so you don't crack the foam. To ensure they don't twist or shift, apply a generous amount of hot glue between the layers where they meet the needle. For the base, use a terracotta pot wedged with a piece of styrofoam. Secure 2 skinny dowels into the foam with hot glue, letting them stand about 5 or 6 inches above the rim. These will support the weight of your fruit stack. Now for the magic. Use hot glue to attach paper plates to the flat faces of your spheres to transform them into vibrant slices of citrus. Slide the completed fruit stack onto the dowels in the pot and secure the base with more glue. To hide the dowels and the end of the knitting needle, fill the pot with crinkly white paper grass. This project has a wonderful mid-century modern pop art feel, perfect for a summer lemonade party or a bright citrus-themed table.
Grab a football to make an easy and unique centerpiece for your game day table. Take an X-Acto knife and cut an opening in the top. Use the white stripes as guidelines for the long sides, cutting on the inside edges of the stripes. Stuff the inside with crumpled tissue paper and insert your mason jars. Continue stuffing around the jars until the football regains its shape. To finish your centerpiece, combine crinkle paper in your team colors and tuck around the edges of the jars and football opening. Take care to cover any exposed edges for a finished look. Your centerpiece is now ready to use. You can fill the jars with cutlery in team colors as we did, or use them for flowers or snacks.
Head to your local dollar store and pick up a clear plastic bowl, a metal flower vase, a floral foam square, and some faux flowers. While you're at it, pick up some pieces of peel and stick wallpaper, decorative charger plates, matching coffee mugs, clear plastic cordial glasses, and a bag of tea lights. Pull a wood candle lid from a used candle and remove the rubber ring. Spray paint this candle lid, the clear plastic bowl, and the metal flower vase a fresh white color. Once dry, use a strong adhesive and glue the candle lid to the bottom of the painted metal vase. Next, glue the painted bowl to the top of the candle lid. Once the glue is dried, give the entire footed pedestal bowl a light coat of white spray paint to make sure all the nooks and crannies are covered. Once that is dry, put some hot glue on the 4 corners of the square Florist foam and glue it to the bottom of the bowl. Take pieces of faux greenery, tear apart if needed, and stick them in and around the base of the Florist foam, but level with the top of the pedestal bowl. Next, take some bunches of faux flowers and cut them apart. If scissors don't cut through cleanly, just score the stem with the scissors and the stem will break apart with your fingers. Stick the separated flowers into the Florist foam, creating a beautiful floral arrangement. If you have any bare spots showing, fill those areas with a little green moss. Place the pedestal floral arrangement on a dollar store charger plate and surround it with green moss. Fill one of those plastic cordial cups with colored glass beads and place a tea light in the top. Light the candle and enjoy the ambiance. Add to your floral arrangement an inexpensive table setting with items from the dollar store. Sheets of peel and stick wallpaper serve as placemats. Layer with dollar store charger plates, a basic white napkin, $1 bowls from IKEA, and mismatched plates from a thrift store. Don't forget a matching dollar store coffee mug. I hope this inspired you to create a beautiful floral pedestal centerpiece for under $10 and to create an inexpensive table setting to go with it. with items from your dollar store. Thanks for watching Home Talk, and I'll see you next time.